Okay, ain't getting any younger. Um, let's do this. Let's do this. Screw it. Do it live. Do it live. Pew, pew, pew. Hello, all. Welcome to the Dark Room. I am Paul Mosey Hanson, the dude in the Dark Room. It is Thursday, January 26th. That's just about 9:30 here in California. Thank you, Johnny Boy. Thank you. Getting on way later than I usually do. And reason being was that everything in Streamlabs was just not working. I had to completely reset up our entire deal here. Everything is like everything is got so screwed up. I think I just had to update Streamlabs, so probably something in that update messed up the way I had stuff set up in here. So that being said, we might end up needing to change some shit on the fly. So if my audio, especially the audio, because the audio is what I was initially having a lot of trouble with. I kicked it up, dude. Didn't seem to do anything this time. The audio was like the worst part. First of all, the audio didn't work. Then the video started getting really messed up somehow, and I don't know what I did. And so the easiest thing to do after I dicked around with all the settings for like 30 minutes, and then it was like, let's just completely start over. So I had to make a completely new scene, sources and scenes here in Streamlabs to reset up all that shit, which is kind of a slow process because I've only done it a couple times. And once I got it set up the first time, like I got it right, and I was like, okay, let's just stream for a while. We'll come back to setting this up again later. But whatever, it forced me to reset up our stream window. So maybe it'll be better. Maybe it won't. But if any of the audio sounds weird or whatever, let me know. If the video is fucked up, something I'm not going to be able to. I can't tell my mix if my mix got fucked up or not, my audio mix. So I'm mostly concerned about that. So let me know. Other than that, I'm going to try to get started soon because we don't have very much time now. We have like an hour to stream. Unfortunately, I apologize. APAULOgize as always. Yeah, we're all good. But here is some stuff for y'all to check out. If you're familiar with what we do here in the dark room, it's all photo related. Thank you. It's all photo related content and such. So when we're streaming any game or most games, sometimes we'll just do some grinding. You know, we do grinding. But if we're not grinding away, generally in Fallout, we're going to be playing some games that have some kind of photo-related mechanic or content or what have you. Can be just the slightest little bit of photo-centric content within that piece of content. We've been shooting in Zelda pretty standard these days on Thursdays for us to shoot some photography, as we like to call it here in the dark room. Photography in Zelda Breath of the Wild. And if you want to watch what we've done in the past, I feel first of all, I'm very flustered. I just want you all to know I feel very off now that that all just happened. I was like so ready to go. I mean, I was ready to go. I mean, I was about to hit stream, and usually like one of the last things I'm doing is just checking each little thing. An hour to stream, it's only enough time for half. I know. We're gonna we'll review, and then we'll probably shoot a couple of the shrines. How's it going, Salt Man? I apologize for my system being so screwy today. But don't worry, we'll get back to it. And maybe this was for the better. Maybe I set this up even better now or something. I don't know. Like I was saying though, we do photo stuff here. Check out, can we get some Horsey's photos tonight? We probably not because we're gonna stay on the. Yeah, I know. Look at that horse. We're gonna stick to and I doubt we'll get to anything else, but we're going to stick to photographing the rest of the shrines in Great Plateau area, which there are only two more, right? We only have 3 up there, right? If I'm not mistaken, am I crazy? We photographed the first one, which I will try to remember the name. And I didn't even get that was another thing I wanted to do, is get a checklist for each shrine. So as we're going around accomplishing each one, we're also photographing each one. I guess I can just write it down on a piece of paper for now, and we can do the checking later. And then Paxmore's awesome idea was to have a nice little map and put little pins for each shrine that we shot. That is kind of a fun idea. I don't know how soon I'll get to that, or if we will at all. I mean, honestly, we'll see. I'll no promises. Either way, I do want a checklist of sorts for each shrine that we do. But anyway, our current project, if you, first of all, here, throw up the socials. Let's throw those socials on there. Check out YouTube, because you'll be able to watch not only our previous photographic exploits that we have going on, or we have had going on, but we're also going to eventually put up a nice photography in Zelda Breath of the Wild detail video where we will talk about the photography in this game, how it's used in the game, what we like about it, what we wish we could do, changes we would make, things we like, things we don't like, all that kind of stuff. That will be on YouTube eventually. And you can also see little clips from each stream. So if you don't have time to watch these entire streams, which I'm not surprised when people can't hang out for 2 or 3 hours a week, or multiple times a week, you want to just watch some best, but you like what we do, maybe you like what we do, you just don't have the time to dedicate. I understand. We're all busy people. I nobody got time for that. So why don't you just check out the short clips that we make for each video? Those are all up on YouTube and also on TikTok. It's the same exact thing on both platforms. So check that out. And also, if you want to, again, just watch our previous streams, give it a look-see. And what else have we got? I really do want to just get started. That just set me off so hard. I was so ready. I was so ready for tonight, man. And then that just really threw me off, having to deal with that. I just literally spent, like an hour trying to figure out what was going wrong with Streamlabs. And like I said, I couldn't figure out how to get our original scene that we usually use in Zelda working, so I had to create a completely new one from scratch. If you want to make a stream, first you have to build the universe from scratch. Yeah, you got to build the universe from scratch or whatever, That's what I had to do. I had to go back, just completely start a whole new thing. And that's what I was saying. If anybody else joined us since I said this, the audio, actually everything, just let me know if anything looks funky, because I had to completely set up everything again. So the audio mix especially might be off, and if that sounds off, let me know. I would appreciate anybody's input for that output, the input about my output. I'd appreciate it. What else have we here? Discord. We have a bunch of cool people on Discord. So check out Discord. If you want to be a part of what we're doing here, stay in touch while we're not streaming, keep up to date, all that good stuff. You could find that there. Also, if you take any cool photos in a game that you love playing, post those on the Discord. We have areas on there you can post your in-game photography. And it doesn't have to be a game that we play in the darkroom. In fact, I love seeing new things, new games that I'm going to be able to play here, because this is not going to always be Zelda. Although, I'll be honest, Zelda might be like pretty much, since we started with Zelda, I probably keep Zelda as a regularly scheduled content for quite a while. And there are other Zelda games. We wanted to play Majora's Mask only because there's one quick little photo mission in there, photo quest that we'll accomplish. But if you have any other games you'd like to see played here in the darkroom, or any cool games you would just recommend or you love shooting photos in or whatever, pop them on the Discord, suggest it. Let me see what you've been doing in there. For instance, my girlfriend just started playing, or actually finished playing now. She's on to the second one, but she just finished Life is Strange, the first one. She had played it a while back, and she said she wanted to play it again, and she hadn't remembered that there was a lot of photography in that game. That game is very photo-centric. The story, the narrative of the story revolves a lot around photography. and photographers. So definitely gonna play that on here, and I'm pretty sure someone had mentioned that game when I'd asked on a previous stream for suggestions. Someone mentioned that game, so I will be playing that here on the stream. It's very, very cool game, very interesting to play from a photo standpoint, looking at it from a photographic standpoint, and detailing the photography content held within that game. So we will play that. And like I said, if you have any other games in that vein, in the photographic vein, pop them on the Discord. Let me know and share your photography on there. Now, I think we should just get started. I don't want to spend too much more time because we don't have much time. We're barely going to get to do anything. We're literally barely going to get to do anything. At least we can continue on our mission. Oh, this is what I need to describe. We started a new save file, right? We were originally playing on my master mode completed game file. And that was really fun. We had all the resources at our disposal. We could go wherever we wanted. All the waypoints activated. We could go wherever we want. That was great, but we started a brand new file. This is not a master mode file. It'll be a little bit less dangerous to fight some of those higher end enemies and photograph them, so that'll be cool. Plus, we have access to different types of enemies in different areas. I mean, just the coloring that's going to be different, but instead of the higher end Lionels in the areas where we fight Lionels, we'll fight some easier ones, and we can get some cool pictures. Plus, the different colorway just adds different flavor to the image. And most of all, the landscape hasn't changed because we haven't finished the Divine Beast quests. So there's a lot of environmental things that are a little bit different to shoot. And we have not accomplished any of the shrines except for what we've done up to this point. And our biggest goal for this new game file, while we're still going to photograph the random stuff that we encounter in the battles that we get into, one of the biggest goals and the first things that I'd like to do is complete all the shrines and photograph each one of the shrines in an interesting way. Try to incorporate the surrounding area, some enemies that are around the shrine guarding it. I love it when we can make it look like the shrine is being guarded by an enemy. There's always going to be shots we go for. Favorite Zelda minor non-boss enemy in any Zelda game series? Go. Dark Link. Dark Link in non-boss enemy. Was Dark Link? I mean, it's a mini boss. I thought that's what you meant. I think I'm getting confused. Minor non-boss enemy. Because otherwise, like, I don't know. It's, what would you not call it, a boss? Well, there's you said minor non-boss. I don't know what. Okay. So just not even. You don't want mini bosses? That doesn't count as non-boss. Yeah, I think I got confused with minor and then non. I don't know. Anyway, I'll say a Keese. I love the Keese. I'm just gonna say that right now because I can't think and I want to jump in and start shooting. Let's talk when we get in there. Let me jump in and then I'll think. I'm gonna think on that, but I'll say it's a Keese for now because they're fun and they're bats with one eye. It's great, fabulous. All of them. Okay. What else do I gotta say? Let me. We got all that stuff. We're good. Let's jump. Yeah, let's get in there because we got to do a review, and we're not gonna have like any time to play. We will see. Again, I apologize for the inconvenience of not being here sooner. Not my fault, dude. Streamlabs boned me. It was the great boning of Streamlabs 2023. Boned us all.
A piece of that
just
got me, Odell.
Streamlabs just got me. And again, I will stress this again. Please let me know if the audio or video or anything looks screwy. Because I had to set this shit all up again, and I thought we had it working, but it's not. So, or it wasn't. Okay. So disappointing, man. It's so heartbreaking to feel like everything's going well and working, and then it's like, nah, actually something's wrong, and it's going to be almost impossible to figure out what it is. So have fun with that one. That's what happened. Sip of my water really quick, and then we'll get going. yeah, let's review, and then maybe we'll shoot like this one shrine, I guess. So the goal of our quest, our 120 shrine quest to shoot. Not only are we going to accomplish the shrines, that's going to be fun. Dude looks says, "Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you." Yeah, like maybe because I had to set this up again, I might have cleaned up some issues that I was having for some, I mean, not that I really was noticing regular issues with the last build that I made for Streamlabs, but uh, I don't know. I reset everything, and that can just kind of clear up some issues. So maybe just plugging in and unplugging and plugging the cables back in might have just added something or made something work better. I don't know. Or like I said, the way I set up the Streamlabs, I don't know. But anyway, thank you, and keep me posted. Yeah, it's going to be more when we get into combat and the mix of my audio whilst we're combating combatants. So like I was saying, we're gonna do all 120 shrines. We're gonna photograph each one, a little bit of the surrounding area. Try to get some interesting perspectives on each one. Some are going to be more interesting than others, but each one will be a fun photographic challenge. And we had started by shooting Kanamet Shrine up on top of, or near on Mount Hiley. It's not near the top though. I thought it had been, I don't know why I remembered it being on the top, but that was wrong. It's over here on the side. But we spent some time photographing that. We were treated to a blood moon rise just as we were on our way to go photograph that. And we got a nice capture of the blood moon rising up. Tried to get a good shot of the shrine with the blood moon, but it just was not situated. There's like that little plateau that the shrine sits atop of, and it wasn't really facing the right direction. I kind of would want to see more of the entrance side of the shrine. Not to say the backsides don't look nice. Everyone loves a good, beautiful backside, but in this case, we at least would have maybe wanted to see the entire shrine. If we're shooting it from the back, we're going to want to see at least the entirety of the shrine, I would say. And this is like an over the shoulder of the shrine, like the shrine is watching the blood moon rise. Thank you. I actually don't, but I don't like the shot. I think the shrine on the one side just doesn't really add much to the image. And then I left that little gap, that top left corner gap, which are never good. Those are called trap triangles. When you're closing off a corner of the image like that with kind of detailless area, that not supposed to be a good compositional tactic. You're supposed to avoid those. Shooting a blood moon is fun because of the time limit, but it kind of usually makes for disappointing results. Yeah, because you start getting flustered and you're rushed, it turns into total crap, the stuff you shoot. So anyway, I know I don't want this one, but I would very much love to see some more blood moons during our shrine challenge and photograph them whenever we possibly can. I do like this shot. These two landscape shots of the blood moon look pretty cool. I do wish it was a little bit lower. I would love the blood moon almost, only a very small degree away from Death Mountain like that when it's at the tip. If it was just above Death Mountain, that could look really cool. If we were lower, since we're on the Great Plateau and we're kind of looking down at Death Mountain, or at least across to Death Mountain, that's making us have to add that gap. Had we been down off the plateau and below Death Mountain looking up more, we probably could have closed the gap between Death Mountain and that blood moon. But still kind of a cool shot. I'll save that. We have the luxury now of a giant camera roll because all of them, all the pictures had not been shot yet. We had a full amount of images to take. So I'm going to save a lot of these. Pura portrait that was not good because we didn't center her in the frame. That was fun. Trying to tell us how to compose. Go get your own laws of composition, rules of composition, asshole. I'll keep mine. Anyway, we don't need that. We can come back and grab a poorer portrait pretty much anytime we want. It's just fun that this was our first. Was this the first image we took? It probably was the first image that we ended up taking because you're instructed to do so. Unless we took another one and then I messed around. But we definitely took a photo after this, after being scolded for not centering her in the frame. But we can delete that because we can get that shot. She stands on that same spot, I'm pretty sure, the entire game, if I'm not mistaken, will never move. So we're never going to really be worried about her not being there to capture again. So we were over, like I said, we went and we shot Knemet Shrine, getting the Boko or Stalk Goblin sentry that was guarding it, or at least they popped up. Technically, I guess this is not like the guardian of the shrine, but because the Bokos or the Stalk Oblins just pop up, the Stalk enemies pop up out of the ground wherever, pretty much around whatever area you are. But it made it look like that we just want to emphasize the feeling of these enemies guarding the shrine, guarding the area around the shrine, whatever. So I don't think, unfortunately, there's not enough space to keep one shot of each shrine. That would be great. That would be absolutely great if we could at least have one capture of each shrine. So I'm going to have to, unfortunately, delete some eventually. I don't know if we need all of these. I like the leaping shot, and I like this posing shot. This shot's okay, but the lighting really sucks. It's a little overcast, and this is between the lighting effect switching over from the moon light to the sun light from one side of the hemisphere, one side of Hyrule to the other. And we caught this one before we had any light breaking onto our subject, and it does add pretty muddy, not washed out, but kind of a muddy tone to the whole image. So we can delete that one for sure, and then I'll keep these two because they're pretty nice. The only issue I would say about this guy is that I wish his club was completely visible. I would have caught him just a split second earlier when the club was not quite far behind his head enough to obscure it. And then I would have preferred... the shadow on the ground looks pretty cool. At least we can see it. And it's great with the stalk enemies, how you can see through their rib cages and stuff. It really makes it feel a lot better than it just being kind of a boilerplate shadow. You know, some games just have kind of like a circular shadow for whatever object it is. Like in Super Mario 64, like your shadow, I think, was just like a circle on the ground, if I'm not mistaken. But it looks really cool. I would have, if the light was a little bit further towards what is Mount Hylia, the peak of Mount Hylia on the left side of the frame, if the moon, or in this case it would have been the sun, it is night still, but technically this lighting effect is coming from the sun rising. If that lighting effect had been further back towards Mount Hylia and that shadow was cast on that negative space in the snow, which it kind of is a little bit, but further into the frame, there's so much snow right there that we had a perfect platform to project that shadow, and it's just a little too far back. That would have felt even better. And then I would have preferred Mount Hylia to kind of been a little bit fully in the frame. I could have tilted down a tiny bit. If all the elements were staying the same, I could have tilted down a little bit and panned to the left just a little bit to bring Mount Hylia, the peak, just a little bit further into the frame. But this was a very quick action shot with this Boko, or the Stalk Goblin, leaping at us. And didn't have much time to think about it. You gotta go with your reflexes, and my reflexes sucked. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. But I do feel it feels a little off balance. There's basically a like 5% area at the top and a 5% area on the right of the frame that we could just completely crop out, and it would make the composition so much stronger. But that leap shot, can't beat that. See, here is a better version of how Mount Hylia is within the frame. The peak of Mount Hylia in the frame. balancing well with the shrine on the right side of the frame. That all feels very well balanced. Where here it's like, it's like a little lopsided. It feels like the whole thing or the whole weight of the frame's getting kind of sucked down on that bottom left side. And it's like I want to pan and tilt just a little bit that direction, but still pretty cool. And then we got our Stalk Goblin kind of just greeting the sunrise. This is right before he just disappears into a pile of loot that we then capture. I actually do like that shot. Pretty cool. Pretty cool shot. And this is what I'm talking about with Death Mountain. That is such a better looking element in the frame than when it's not erupting anymore once we beat that divine beast. And that's what's interesting about shooting all these landscapes again. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. This is a perfect timing. I mean, this is like right, an hour or whatever, in-game hour right before sunrise. And yeah, that color is fabulous, and it goes really well with the color of his eyes. That red glow in the eye all matches very well, which, obviously they designed the game to do. Okay, so we'll keep all those. Those are beautiful. And then we had our obligatory self-portrait, which we will not keep. We don't need this one. Nothing special about that. And we had been right about here. We decided we're going to shoot next the Ja Baij Shrine. Ja Baij. And what time is it in the world? It's 9:25 p.m. So hopefully we can get, there might be a moonrise in our future here. Perhaps. Which is going to be coming up right over. Looks like it's going to be coming over the Temple of Time, maybe. Unless it's already. Also, I'm pretty sure every time that I think that the moon isn't there, and that I blame the game for not having a sprite available, I think it's actually just always the night of the new moon. I think that ends up being. Oh no, here's the moon's going to come from this side. The lighting effect just changed over. Ooh, but look at this shot. If the moon comes up over there. And I actually don't want to kill those goblins, stalk goblins yet, because I would love a moon, but I don't think, is it going to be a moonless night? I think there are nights that are just a new moon and you don't see the moon for that reason. I know, like I said, I'm always blaming. See, but then it happens with the sun, and that doesn't go through phases. I don't know. See, tonight we have no moon. Where's the moon? It ain't there. It should be over in this area. And I ain't seeing shit, Captain. So those guys just like, they're just chilling. Okay, well, at least we can get. Here's what I'd love is like this archway. Oh no, one of the guardian. See this shot, something like this is pretty rad. That's the widest I can go, huh? I'd love to get, ideally we could get this whole wall. Oh no, am I gonna have to take out this guy? Let me take this guy out. This guy. Oh, he killed us. Wait. Oh no. No. This is how I died last time. He shot through the wall. There's no fair. If you're asking my opinion. Yeah, let's take out. I just want those goblins, or I want the stalk goblins to stick around. So I want to avoid hitting them if possible. Oh, there's the dragon. I gotta get the shrine with the dragon. Oh no, dude. Ah! Okay. Musket dragon. Musket dragon. Musket dragon. Musket dragon. Oh, where'd it go? I can't... Am I going to be able to stand here without getting blasted? There's a dragon. Okay. Maybe get one with the tip of his head just peeking over. Like that. That's fun. I don't like the composition on anything else, though, really. I'm going to move position to the left here on this wall and try to shoot more of a profile view on the shrine itself and get some of the dragon coming up over the wall like such. Let's take another one. It comes up, heads tilted up like that. Awesome. Okay, now I don't mind this view of the ruins as much. Let's save that one. And it's Feroce that we can add to the compendium. Okay, I'll do it. Not the best Feroce shot I've ever seen. Let's pan to the right. Tilt up just a little bit. I'd love to see how much of him we can get in the frame before he dips back down. But I don't want his tail stacking up against his head. Let's let that reveal. I think that's going to be... Is that all we're going to be able to get? Because he's going to go down now. Maybe he'll wave his body back up. Ooh, there's his head between the two walls back there. So he peeked his little head out again. Okay. I was hoping as another Feroce shot. It's not a good Feroce shot, Polly, but oh, here we go. Going up? No, he's coming right back down. I was hoping we'd get him completely above these walls. Although maybe we can grab him now from over here as he goes down. Kind of doubtful. I think he's going to be... Let's go get a shot of him, actually, going over... I mean, this is one of those special elements. Oh my god, there's a shooting star, too. Oh my god, dude. Okay, I'll get Feroce coming up over the bridge. I got the star fragment. I can't believe we missed that shooting star, though. Too much going on at one time. And I actually don't like... there's that little piece of the plateau on the bottom left corner there. I think that's still a better picture of Feroce. Shit, am I not going to be able to... Whoa. Damn, dude. Okay. So much just happened all at once. Let us do this. I'm going to save. I kind of want to just make a beeline for that star fragment. Even though it's in an area, uncharted waters here. Let me go. Yeah, I'm going to, because we can fly right back to where we were. We can go right back to where that shrine is. I don't know if we're going to make it, though. Oh, no, it's one of them. One of them key bundles. Ugh, I'm so bad with the controls. Oh, no, my bombs take so much longer to charge. Go. Did I shoot one with an arrow as... What are we doing, dude? We got to get to that. So much distraction. So much distraction. I don't think we're going to make it over there in 2 hours. not with distractions like that. We are going to need these at some point. See, how far is that, dude? I don't know. I don't think that... Is that possible? Maybe if we get over on this other side and call our horse... Oh, no, dude. There's no... Okay, let's just do this. At least we can get some cool shots. Oh! Ooh, dude, let the whole Keese horde get in that frame. That could be fun. We got dueling peaks. We got the star fragment. I think I want to look into that the river or the lake a little bit more. Save that one, dude. I still like that old picture of our stalk goblin, though. Get all those keys in there, dude. Like this. Ugh. That's kind of fun, but you want those... You want the keys to kind of be positioned in the sky a little bit more. And ideally facing us with their eyes. Hey, that's kind of a cool shot for the compendium for the keys, though. I'll take that. Just use the Master Cycle 0. I know, right? I probably would. I'm forgetting that I'm not going to worry. Oh, and Choo-Choo's coming to... 3 Choo-Choo. 2 Choo-Choo. Well, hang on, dude. Well, we got to get the stalkies going away in a minute. I want that bundle of keys to be facing us to take a... Here we go. Now they're swerving around. Oh, we get with the bridge in there. Ah! Oh, you know what? That's kind of cool. There's a little bit too much of a gap in that top left corner. I bet if I sequence this, we can get a better version of that. Let's try it. Oh, no, I got hit right as soon as I exited camera mode. Okay, come on. Give me that. Give me the shot. Wait, do we want this waterfall in there? I don't know if we're going to muster that in there. Muster it. Okay, let's get all this junk in one frame. No, it's too much. Too many mines. Oh, there goes Stalky. Your Boko Fang will not be in vain. And the star fragment's gone. Well, we can get the baby Choo-Choo... Double baby Choo-Choo portrait like this. Oh, one of them's leaping. That's kind of fun. Dueling Peaks looks badass with the sun rising above it. Save that one. Although that leaping Choo-Choo, and I'll save that Choo-Choo shot. That leaping Choo-Choo kind of blocked that beautiful little tree that's right there. Here we go. Look at Starburst. Get these guys. Oh. That's kind of fun with the Choo-Choo peeking out of the grass. Could have tilted up more, duh, but take it. Maybe you want that extra grass in there because it emphasizes the hidden in the grass type vibe. I don't know. I'm going to save it. It's kind of a cool shot. Now let's try to... Still a better shot of that guy. Oh, dude, look at that starburst and the flare. We get 2 Choo-Choo. I'd love those bunch of keys as well. If I can avoid getting hit by them and let their whole... Oh, we got a flying V up there. And the flying keys. And the Choo-Choo. Keys, get in this frame, my friends. Come on. Oh, wait. All right, I want to get the Choo-Choo and the flying V, though. Got it. Not digging the hot spot in the sky, but that V is right where we want it to be. That Choo-Choo looked fun. Okay, all right. We gotta... All right, we're getting way ahead of ourselves, and I'm getting too far into what we... Standard type photography. Yeah, the Choo-Choos can live. All right, let's go back to that shrine. Let's go back. We got one fun shot of it, but let's do a couple more I'm also, I think I'm gonna, I might wait until, we'll see, we'll make some, let's take out those guardians that are chilling there, because those guys can really mess us up. Although maybe we can get a cool shot with one of them first. If we can make it look like the guardian is protecting the shrine. But I don't think so. I think they're too far separated, and it would have to be a very wide shot like this. And we would wake up. We could wake up that sentry. You know what? Let's try it. I'll try it. Hey, there's Feroche again, dude. What is going on here? Get another. I can get like a decent, maybe a compendium shot. Let's get his head down in there. This is just for the compendium. That composition sucks otherwise. Ooh. Yeah, replace that one. Let's get some of those trees in the bottom of the frame too, though. Wait, no. Oh, my look sensitivity. Okay, hang on. I always have my camera sensitivity very slow. Because it's so hard. This is like so hard to like minutely change my frame. All right, well, we messed that up. Although, is that too slow? Maybe it's too slow. Here's what I want to do. Let's actually, since he's now attacking us, I just want to try one shot, which I might die. I'm fully aware of any consequences. But let's try to get it. I'd like to get the beam firing at us with the shrine in there. Oh! I mean, it's kind of it, but it's just not good. And I'm about to get hit real hard. Oh boy. Okay, so that one-shots you, huh? It's gonna one-shot me? I'm happy to try one more then, because there's a flying V above. No! I wanted it 1 second earlier. That's kind of fun too, though. Or a split second earlier. That looks kind of fun, though. It's what I imagine. If they had the time travel that they have in Terminator, the series Terminator, in Zelda, I imagine that's kind of like the ball, the energy ball people would pop up in. Let's save that and then die, of course, because that's going to happen. I could jump, maybe? Ah, nope. And how many fairies? We have one more fairy. We have to collect fairies. Thank you. All right, let's just destroy this guy, because what I wanted to do, we don't have very much time anyway. Of course, because we already such limited time. I got to be careful. That's how we messed ourselves up last time, because I thought getting behind that wall would protect us, and it didn't really work. And I think I didn't kill this guy last time because we ran out of arrows, I think is actually what ended up happening. Which might happen again. I'm whacking this guy, though. Ugh. Dude, item durability. No, wait. So yeah, we got his health down, and then we died like a fool. Atta boy. Can't do nothing. Can't do nothing. Okay, well now we won't have that frustrating music going on. See, now I wish we could get the entire... What I want to see is I like this arch, right? And I'll do one shot like this through the arch. Because that's just kind of... That's a fun composition. But I really wanted to see it. I wanted to see the whole arch, and like I'd like to be a little bit wider is what I'm trying to say here. On my lens, I wish I had a little bit of a wider lens. But something like that is kind of cool. But I don't like those triangles on the top left and right. I guess it's not that bad there. But I want the breathing room. I want the breathing room of the entire top of the arch. Like that. That looks pretty fun. Little bit of flare coming in from that top left corner. I'll take that. Let's see. Let's get as far back as we can without engulfing the shrine in the into that arch. Ooh, I'm loving that flare coming in. Who doesn't? Flare is cool. Tilt up a little more. I love the blue sky right now too. Beautiful clouds. A little bit of that rainbow flare going through the frame. I'm going to push in just a little bit and tilt up more. Tilt up a little bit more. We don't need that grass in the foreground necessarily, just a little bit. Yeah. Let's look at those really quick. Yeah, I like that little bit of breathing room across the top of the archway so you can really see its entire shape and form. Now this, if we get the moon in there, that'd be great. I don't know if that's going to happen. It actually looks, I kind of like this view at this time of day though. Just going to wait out the light, man. Let's do one of our standard waiting out the light type shots. Make sure that shrine's nice and centered in that archway. Breathing room around all sides. Clouds look great. It's like a little bit of atmosphere. I kind of want the contrast to increase a little bit. Let some of that atmosphere go away. There's a little bit of dust kind of like blowing through the frame. But I also don't want those clouds to go away. The clouds can shift pretty quickly. See, they've already dissipated quite a bit. Maybe this is going to be a better sunset shot, actually, thinking about it. And I thought we would do all the shrines on Great Plateau tonight. Ooh, yeah, right, Polly. We can just do like a time lapse of this thing. Do another one there. We'll check out all the different lighting flavors. I'm going to go ahead and probably say that sunset is going to look the coolest, though, when we get some beautiful color in that sky. As always, as usual. What time is it? It's 12 p.m. We got a little bit of time. Are there any enemies? What else could we try? Let's try to get some other cool shots. I want that shot, but I want it at the right time of day. And it looks like we got thunderstorms coming up, which could be fun in its own right. But this angle is pretty cool also. This is the one we kind of looked at while we were wrapping up the last bit of the stream last time. This isn't too bad. I don't really like that we're blocking a bit of the shrine with the wall. The wall has the entrance pretty much fully obscured, but I think with the archway in the center of the frame there, it gives you that sense of walking around the wall, and it kind of lets you feel like you're going to be able to see the other side of the shrine, those pieces of the shrine that we're missing. But yeah, I like this a lot, actually. Let's wait for maybe a little bit of atmosphere to puff up on the foreground, mostly on that bottom left side, the bottom left corner of the frame. Although there are some beautiful clouds that seem to pop up around the Death Mountain. Actually, that would probably be more important. Add some depth back there. If we see some storm cloud or it doesn't have to be storm cloud. Actually, I'd love a storm clouds hovering over that distant Death Mountain region, which I don't think really happens, but I see one little cloud forming back there a little bit. Shoot it. Love the clouds right now, too. They're getting close to stormy weather, which looked like it was on the agenda for the weather, but that looks pretty nice. Although we lost, I liked that tree kind of on the left side of the frame. Let's bring that back in. Zoom out, pan to the left a little bit more. Get that tree on the left side of the frame in there. Maybe we could tilt up a little bit. It's a lot of foreground space that's unnecessary. And let's let the blue sky actually clear, or let those clouds pass over Death Mountain. Ooh, wait, no. Ooh. Oh, the clouds shifted so fast right there. First they were going left to right, and then suddenly they started coming towards us directly. Oh, is it just going to rain now? I think we're getting into that storm, which I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind some stormy weather here. But I was more hoping to grab... So can we get up any higher from the same kind of... Not really. The same angle, no. Maybe we should... Maybe it's a mistake to keep that tree in the frame. Maybe we zoom in. So we're really only getting a little taste of the foreground, and we see the shrine popping up over the wall. We see the entrance to where the shrine, the little area where the shrine is held. Well, really want that sky to clear up. Okay, there's a little bit of blue. I just want a little bit of blue in the sky. But I don't mind there being heavy cloud cover along with it. You just want to feel that blue. And here I do, and I like it. That's a beauty. Okay, let's save that one. And that's... Maybe we'll sit out right here, try to get... No, I'm pretty happy with that shot. I really just want the sunset. I want to see some sunset color along with our nice close-up shrine shot right here. This whole wall actually in the frame isn't that bad either. But I much more preferred seeing the entire shrine within this arch. That was kind of what I was really hoping for. And then maybe we could even push in. We can do two. Once the light gets right, we'll do a couple. We'll get shrine just barely held within the edges of that arch. We'll get one of those with the entire wall across the top of the frame. visible. We want that whole arch visible. Man, are we not going to get good cloud or bad? I don't want the clouds. I don't want good clouds right now. I want no clouds so we can see some beautiful sky, or at least very light cloud cover. But we'll do one like this, and then we'll push in and get one where the wall is creating the entire frame on the entire frame around, looking through into where the shrine is. Yeah, I see. This would be terrible. Gray like that. We don't want that. Only thing I could say about a lackluster sky is that it does let the other colors stand out. So I guess in this case, if we shot this picture like this now, you could argue that their shrine is more prominent than it would be once we get to... See, I see that. I see those colors change. Flying V. Oh, barely got that flying V in that top right corner. But we got it. Save that one. I'm going to tilt down just a tiny bit. Maybe we can step back one step. Yeah, add a little bit more breathing room all around. Give me that beautiful sunset color. Give me that beautiful sunset color. In the sky, fool. Oh, I see some detail. I'm seeing some slight detail coming out. I'm gonna shoot one. There's some cool clouds. What sucks is I can't really see that entire part of the top of the frame and what kind of clouds we're seeing pass over. Saving it. Can save everything. But I want a very limited type of cloud cover because I want to see that beautiful color gradient from the sunset in the sky. Flying V. They're too low. I want that thing in the top right, but again, I can't really see that portion of the frame. So it's like if there was a flying V, I guess I could see it where I would want it to be. It would come out. I'd want it right between the Sheikah slate border and the wall right there, just in that nice blank area. Come on, give us some clear skies here. Just for a second. Clear skies would be ideal. Nah, it's not clearing up. Oh, it is a thunderstorm. Damn. Oh! You know what? Maybe this is a pleasant surprise. Maybe we can get... I wouldn't mind some lightning creating some beautiful illumination to those clouds. Oh, look at that! That's rad. If only there was some more cloud detail in the top of the frame. See, now it's what I'm struggling with is like if there's not going to be much detail in the area above the archway, I want to tilt down more, but if there will be detail in that sky, I definitely want to see it. And this type of lighting looks badass, but we want some more lighting in the sky too. Let's just stick. That was so cool. Oh, there's some lightning, but it was like almost directly behind. Oh, no. Wait, I should just save it. Oh, no. I have to unequip. We could maybe try to entice the lightning to land. But right now, let's just... Oh! Let's focus on getting some cool lightning strikes with this guy. I'm just going to save everything and we can review later. We want that sky illuminated and we want a lightning strike. Ideally. That's pretty sweet. Keep moving here, buddy. See, there was a nice glow to the sky on the top right, but we kind of need a combination of that plus a lightning strike. Oh! That's rad. It's going to be tough trying to decide which one of these to actually save. That's such a sweet shot, though. Okay, save that one. Let's keep trying, man. Do the shrines harness the... Are they like lightning rods? Oh, schnitzel. Oh, that's cool. That's so cool. I kind of wish they were both completely in the frame. I'm going to try to back off. He's going to get... The guy on the... or the stout goblin on the right is going to get hit by lightning. And he's going to get fucked over. So I might be able to get one more of these if I back off. Hang on. There we go. Let me try one more, too. I just panned a little bit too far to the left. Or I ended up walking too far to the left or something. Hang on. Nope. Okay, well. That was that. Hasty elixir. I'm probably okay on health for now. Do I have another fairy still? So yeah, we got some safety zones. Do we want those stalkies still hanging out? Let's do this. Let's try to get one more of both of them in the shrine through that archway and some lightning. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Keep going with this, man. Okay, we got to reposition, though. Oh, no. Yeah, take that sword again. Why not, dude? Dang, I don't know. Oh. That's kind of fun. See the stalk goblin's little head flying up on the right side? Okay, I'm into that. Save that one. Oh, man. Okay, okay, I don't want to... I'm just going to grab that sword so he stops getting hit at least. And then let's see if we can do... Let's see. I'm gonna kite them in here. Let's get them through... Let's get them through this arch, and then let's have them walking back out of it like we did with that first shot that looked so cool. Watch this. Back off. Get into the composition I want. Boom. Nah. He's getting blocked by his shield, the other one, the stalk in the back. Delete that once. Back off. Get some lightning, hopefully, in here. Bad pose. Deleting that one. Now I'm running out of space. Only 10 shots on our roll. And I do have to wrap up, of course, the most interesting stuff has to happen right now. Oh, schnitzel, 3 of them. Bad shot. Okay. He's going to get fucked. Oh. I want a shot of him exploding again. Oh, no. Okay. Well, that was my last fairy. All right. We got to... Okay, let's yeah, let's get rid of these guys and focus on getting that good shot of like nothing I have except for this thing is gonna be... Wait, okay, well, when this happens, you know what? Have a present, buddy. Wait, oh, there's the moon. No, dude, get the moon in this shot. No. Oh, come back out, moon. Come back out, moon. There it is. And there's a falling star too. Holy shit. Okay, one of these shots will be rad. Moon in there. Give me some lightning, please. Something. Give me some lightning. Little bit. Ooh. That's pretty sweet, man. You can still see the moon. I like that one. Okay, save that shot. I think, is that going to be our only good moon shot? If we push in, let's see if we can get one more with the moon in the top left corner. Give me some lightning. Nah, it feels really off balance now. I'll save it. Okay. Let me get one of these shots through the arch completely like this. I love this shot. So let's get one of these, and then I do need to wrap up. Give me some good lightning. Oof, good illumination, but we actually want to see some lightning in the background coming down. This actually ruins our chance of seeing that illumination because it seems to white out the entire sky almost when that's striking. I'll still keep this one, but I want some lightning in the sky. I saw a... Oof, no. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Yeah! That is so perfect. That is so perfect. It's perfectly going down the contours of the shrine almost. Right in that negative space between the shrine and the arch. Perfect, dude. And we have illumination from it as well. It's not just a background strike, you understand? Okay. I love that, dude. I'll try a couple more just for shits and gigs. To actually get really wide, like right up in here. Give me one more, baby. One more, baby. Oh no, I think the lightning is that it? I see it clearing in the back in the sky in the background there. I think that's it. I think that's gonna be it. Okay, well then let's just do... Is there still a Stalky here? Yes, so let's get him. Come over here, buddy. Let me just get one single shot of the Stalk Goblin coming through the archway. Since we're here. How can you not see me, dude? How is that? Yeah, let's have him kind of guarding. Yeah, that was a great pose. Kind of bummed I cut his foot off, though. Let's try another one. Still like that other compendium shot. Okay, we got 2 of them. That's fine. We can get both of them in here. Come on over here. And then let's get them both coming out from this arch. Give me a pose. Oh, we got a third headless boy, too. Spread out. Oh, it's so many elements to try to keep in mind. Let's just get one more of these 3. Oh, man. No. Well, you know, it looks like we're looking through his jaw and his rib cage, and that ain't bad. Terrible shot, though. It's kind of fun. I'll save it. Keep that one. All right. We gotta, yeah, let's get one last 3 for 1. I want all 3 of these guys in there. It doesn't even have to be that great. Actually, no, here's what we'll do. Let's do a self-portrait. Well, no. Okay, they're all scattering. Okay. And there's that star fragment, too, which I'm not going to have time to get to. That landed, like, in the exact same spot. And there's Faroche again. Here, we'll get Faroche jumping over the wall there. And the fallen star fragment. Maybe we can get that. Or wait, whoa, even better, dude. We'll do obligatory self-portrait right here in front of this stuff. That's what we're gonna do. Get Faroche under my hand like this. There we go. Yeah, man. Boom. Not the best, but you know, it's kind of fun. All right, save that. Let's wrap up Shield of Mind's Eye. Okay. Well, maybe we can get... Okay. There's too many good picture opportunities. Yeah, Ferocious... He's going down. He's coming back up over the... Oh, no. See, this side, then I'm going to get into fighting this other Guardian now, which I do not want to deal with. Hey, let's grab Feroce coming over Lake Hylia Bridge and the Star Fragment in there. Like that. It's kind of fun. Still a better picture of Feroce right there. Maybe we get one more pan to the right a little bit. Now he's going down. I need his head coming up. Okay, we're good. All right, let me save. So, as always, the most interesting shit happened the last 15 minutes. Let's do a quick review. Oh, that star fragment. Maybe we can mess around with that star fragment in a photo when we begin next game. Saving again, of course. Save multiple times. Let's do review. Quick review. Won't get into the breakdowns necessarily. We'll do that at the beginning of next time. Oh, damn, we shot a lot tonight. Even though we weren't on for very long, I still got a lot of good shots. Okay, so we're sitting here at Eastern Abbey trying to get Ja Baij Shrine shot. And we did accomplish a couple cool ones. We got some decent shots of Feroce popping up over the wall. Maybe we'll try another one of those next time. Popping up over the wall. Little profile view of the shrine. And we tried to chase down Feroce and get that fallen star fragment. That did not happen. And on the way, we got distracted by a bunch of keys and some stalk goblins and some choo-choos messing around with us. I don't really think many of these shots, they weren't that great. This one we used for the compendium, so we can just delete that. Tried to get a cool shot of the Guardian shooting at us with the shrine in the background, kind of. And you know what? I think this shot kind of accomplished it. Plus, there's a flying V in this shot, so that's fucking awesome. I will say that is awesome. And then we started to compose for what we knew was going to be a pretty cool shot, and it did end up. Obviously, this blue sky version doesn't hold a candle to our stormy version. I also would like this shot with Death Mountain, the peak of Death Mountain, and then the little peak of the shrine over the wall. That shot's kind of fun. And again, we were just waiting around for some good light on this guy, and we did get that lightning storm, thunder and lightning storm to come in. And we got some cool shots. You know, these shots are kind of cool. I really like this one with the lighting from the lightning illuminating that archway and backlighting, almost like monster lighting the shrine itself. And we shot trying to get some good shots of the lightning. That one, the lightning's actually striking. I do really like this shot of the two Boko stalk goblins popping out with the one stalk goblin's sword getting electrified. That's kind of fun. Almost got a better version. That shot's pretty fun. Little exploding via lightning stalk goblin. That shot's going to be pretty cool. This is actually a really fun moon shot. I kind of wish I maybe was a little bit wider, or I'd moved in. I don't like that the arch is engulfing the shrine, but I don't think we could have gotten the moon in there at that frame, with the arch not doing that. We kind of corrected for it here, but then we didn't have that cool lightning effect. Another decent lightning shot, but not as cool as this one. This one was beautiful. Perfect timing on that lightning strike. Our close-up arch shot. We got another stalk goblin shot. Shot through the stalk goblin's face and skeletal structure. Kind of fun. And then our obligatory self-portrait and our Feroce jumping over Lake Hylia Bridge. Right, which would be right here if we had the rest of the map, which we will complete later. I don't need that pin. Don't know why it was there. Yeah, so we will continue next time on finishing up photographing the plateau shrines. We did the first two, and now all we need is Owadime. Owadame! And the Stasis Trial Shrine right here on the eastern edge of Mount Hylia. I guess, I don't know if technically that'd be part of Mount Hylia, but the very bottom right edge of Mount Hylia. We'll photograph that next time. And Pro Snap pick of the day. I'm pretty stoked on, I guess that lightning strike was, yeah, I mean, this, just because the timing was so perfect, I think I'm going to say that. It's either that or when the two Stalk Goblins popped up and this first shot of them popping out from that archway with the shrine in the background. I really do like that shot. There's a couple compositional errors that I would change. I just really don't like the Stalk Goblin's hands. Both flanking hands are kind of sticking out of the front, just a little tiny bit wider, but still kind of a fun shot. And we didn't get too many guarding sentries guarding the shrine shots that we would have enjoyed getting. So yeah, lightning strike is so cool. Yeah, thank you. Although there's a bunch, so I'm not sure if you're talking about this one with the Stalk Goblin exploding or the actual arch shot that we were trying to frame for a while. I just wish there was some more detail in the clouds behind. That could have really added a bunch, but still like it. Anyway, thank you. Yeah, I got to wrap it. Very sorry. Oh, the art shot. Sweet. Yeah, it's definitely a keeper. Thank you, Saltman. Thank you, Paxmore. My buddies. You know what? I think despite the shortcomings of the evening, which if you were not here earlier, if you didn't catch it, nothing of my Streamlabs is working, and I had to go back to square one and rebuild everything. Very stressful. But you know what? We got it up and running, and I think we got some pretty cool shots regardless of our limitation for the evening. So I'm still pretty proud of what we did. And we can check off another. I didn't print out another thing I was supposed to do tonight, and I maybe would have gotten around to it if I didn't have all that hassle with Streamlabs. But I do need to print out a checklist so we can check off the shrine. So far, we've only had 2, and if it's any indication, if we're only getting 1 shrine per night, which it should not be that way, we'll definitely do more in one day. Hopefully, we'll just have to move faster and make some quick decisions and kind of be ready to move a lot faster or something. But if that's any indication, it would take 120 weeks to do this, and I don't think it's going to take us that long. We'll do longer streams. I'll force myself to get on a little bit earlier some nights, and we'll get a lot more done in one evening than we have been, because this would be a little bit too slow. The hope was to have this done before we get Tears of the Kingdom, perhaps, and then we can start playing that. Although I don't know if that's going to take over the Triforce Thursday slot here, or if we'll do that on a different day and keep doing our in-game photography in Zelda and Breath of the Wild. I'm not sure how it's going to work. It doesn't really matter. Either way, I very much appreciate you all coming and hanging out and sticking by me through all of this hassle and the chaos of life, and being there for me. I really appreciate it. I would not be doing this if all of you were not here to enjoy it with me. So thank you. Let's throw social up. Socials. If you want to watch our previous exploits throughout the land of Hyrule, photographing cool stuff across the world, check out YouTube, because you can watch all our past streams along with nice short bit clips from each stream. The best shots that we've taken on each stream will end up as a clip on YouTube, as well as TikTok. It's the same clips, just different social media site. But check those out if you want to watch past content, or if you want to eventually see the photography in Zelda Breath of the Wild video, which we're always building whenever we're doing these streams, we're always building what we want to say in that overall video, in that roundup video that we will eventually do. Mark my words, just working on it. And those will end up on YouTube. So keep an eye on that. If that breakdown, full breakdown video is what would be interesting to you, keep an eye on that. And I got a lot of other cool plans, videos to make for YouTube as well. A lot of cool little things going on. We also have a really cool group of people on Discord. And if you would like to share your photographic work, in-game photography as we like to call it, or your real-life photography with some passionate artistic types, check out Discord. You can also stay in touch with what we're doing when we're not streaming. Get a hold of me if you can. I'm a hard guy to reach, but that'll give you a place you can at least post something that I will eventually see. And I always try to impress that I will not always be seeing everything right away, or stress. I'm sorry, not impress. Always trying to stress that I'm not going to see everything right away. So just give me a break. If I miss something, I'll see it eventually. If I don't comment on something, doesn't mean that I have any ill will. Believe me, I want to look at and see everything and comment on everything. But just be patient with me on pretty much everything has to do with any of this social media stuff, including the stream itself. Appreciate your patience, because I'm slow. I'm a slow dude. I don't move fast. Paulie didn't move fast because he didn't have to move for anybody. That's how I feel, you know. I don't move for nobody. Anyway, again, thank you very much for hanging out. Very much appreciate it. Please enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll be back tomorrow for Fauxtography Friday and Fallout 76 around the same time. I'll make sure my shit is running on my Fallout 76 build, because that's a different build. That might not work either. I might have to do a whole shebang of that tomorrow, but I'll make sure. But we'll be up around the same time for Fauxtography Friday. Have some drinks, have some fun, shoot some photos. Until then, take care, take pictures, and don't lose your dinosaur. I really love and appreciate you all. Thank you very, very much. Tonight was a little tough for your boy, dealing with all that bullshit at the beginning. So thank you all sticking by me, helping me make this happen. Oh, I got to throw a snack out. Well, actually, first of all, stream rating. Whoops. I was going to do 10 Todd Howards, but then it like pulled the rug out from under me and started adding little raptor dude, PogChamp. So you're getting that. You're getting 7 Todd Howards and 3 PogChamp raptors. Little raptor dude. And then I'll throw a snack at you. Snack you all. Whoops. Snack you all. 1. It's supposed to be exclamation point. I'm always trying to exclaim this. Okay, it's exciting. A lot of excitement. Slim Jim. All right, anyway, peace.